What up though, it's Filip J. Today I'm going to show you the Lian Lancool 205 PC case. The Lancool 205 is arguably the best budget PC case out there. You can find these for around $70 at Micro Center and Amazon. The one I have is the mid tower, which can fit an ATX, micro ATX and mini ITX motherboard. The size is 205 millimeters by 415 by 485 millimeters. If you want a smaller case, you can get the 205M version. This case comes in two colors, black and white. The one I chose is the white color because I think black looks a little bit dull when there's no RGB lights inside it. I like the white because it has a matte finish to it and it's not too glossy or too bright. Also, I saw fingerprints on the cases at Micro Center because they were on display, so people were touching them for a long time. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one turns a little bit yellow over time as well. On the front, you'll find the Lian Li logo on the bottom. If you turn it to the side, you can see that it has perforations for ventilation. The difference on the Lancool 2 is that the perforations are on the front and not the side. To take out the front panel, just pull it up from the bottom, and underneath it you'll find a magnetic dust filter and one of the two 120mm fans that come with this case. The magnetic dust filter is of high quality and it's used for input air and not output. You have a lot of room in the front to add another fan or a radiator if you want. At max, it can fit two 140mm fans or one 280mm AIO radiator. Even though the perforations are not on the side, it still has good airflow. On the side, you have the tempered glass, which is connected by thumb screws. The glass is pretty thick and sturdy, so you won't have to worry about it breaking when you set it down. On top, you have another magnetic dust filter. The size here is about the same as the front, so you can add 240mm fans or the 280mm radiator. Below that, you have the case I/O. There's a power button, two USB 3.0s, you have a headphone jack and a microphone jack. It's pretty simple, but some people might like that it's on the top. For me, it doesn't matter. On the bottom, you have another dust filter for the power supply. So that's a total of 3 dust filters for this PC case. Difference is this one's not magnetic like the other ones, but you don't have to worry about it falling. To the side of that, you have the screws for the hard drive mount. Finally, on the back, you have the power supply shroud, 7 PCIe slots, another 120mm fan, and the motherboard I/O slot. I love the fact that all the major components on the back are connected by thumb screws. It makes it so much easier to take out, but these are not captive, so make sure you don't lose them. Now let's open up this cover. Inside, you'll find a lot of room for your ATX motherboard. Also, you can fit any size GPU in here, so that's something you don't have to worry about. Having a case with this much room is a good idea, especially for beginners, because cables can get tangled up pretty easy. On the bottom of the case, you have a couple of openings for cables to come through. Then on the side, you have this slant that can probably fit bigger cables like your PSU to your motherboard cable. Rubber grommets would have been a better idea, but that's what this case comes with. We can see the 2 fans on the front and back that come with this case. They're actually pretty high quality. They are 4-pin, 120mm fans. They're used more for intake instead of outtake, so you don't have to worry about buying a new fan when you buy the case. Bad part about it is they don't have LEDs. The back panel comes off the same way as the front with the thumb screws. You have 2 slots for your 2.5mm SSDs. Then you also have a tray for your hard drives. In the hard drive mount tray, you'll find all the materials you'll need for this case and the little guide. The front panel I/O cables that you'll need to connect to your motherboard include the 2 USB 3.0s, the HD audio, power button switch, and then power button LEDs. Also on the back, you'll find a lot of tie-off points, so you can keep your cables clean and neat inside this case. Overall, the Lian Li Lancool is an amazing case. It has everything you need in a budget PC case. The minor hiccups can be overlooked with everything else it brings. And that's it for my review of the Lancool 205 PC case. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are below. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe. See ya!